Hurricane season begins tomorrow. Oftentimes we get early season development during the month of May. Haven't seen it so far. Certainly May will end with no storms, though.
Yeah, and it looks like in the early part of June, there's probably not going to be anything. The chance of something developing early in June is pretty low. If it's going to happen, it's going to be in this general area, somewhere in the northern Caribbean and really the southwest Atlantic, somewhere near the Bahamas. It looks like an upper level disturbance will try to come through. So it's an opportunity for maybe a weak area of low pressure to develop. But even if it does, it's likely to be shunted out into the central Atlantic. So it's of no concern to the U.S.
All right, let's get about the three things we have to be worried about next week, Joe.
Yeah, and we'll highlight that as tropical development is a concern. It's a minor concern, but it is a concern. Severe weather. I mean, we've been talking about that ad infinitum. We're still going to talk about it next week, and a disturbance coming through from the northwest could trigger another round of severe thunderstorms, probably by Tuesday in the Midwest, late in the week in the Northeast. And the heat is going to become a big story in the west and the Rockies. You're going to see some triple-digit stuff in California and maybe parts of Nevada. In fact, here's the big picture for next week. You see this upper-level trough at the beginning of the week. It's in here. That's going to be a vigorous feature. As it dives east-southeastward, it's going to run into warm and humid air, and that's going to mean showers and thunderstorms. And we think this area in here is ripe for some severe weather. The heat builds behind it. In fact, there's going to be some heat ahead of it. And the east, generally warm and increasingly humid as you go deeper into the week.
And with that trough setting up in the central part of the United States, Joe, we're starting to get more worried about severe weather here next week.
Yeah, this is a concern. Again, that's a pretty vigorous feature, Bernie. And again, the low levels are going to be warm and increasingly humid. So severe thunderstorms, hail, isolated tornadoes, damaging wind gusts, all in play, particularly in Minnesota and Wisconsin, the eastern Dakotas, but even as far south as parts of Missouri.
Now, the severe weather certainly causes major problems and a lot of problems in the short term, Joe. But you know what? These rounds of thunderstorms and severe weather has done some good.
It really has. This is the area that's really interesting. There's almost no drought in this area right now. It's completely gone, and it was in a pretty significant drought not all that long ago. And with this round coming through next week, it's probably going to mean more rain. Behind that feature, though, I think you're going to see a cool down. Look, a big upper-level trough dives in to the nation's midsection. You're going to see temperatures below normal here from the period June 8th through June 12th. We're talking like 5 to 10 degrees below normal for that time of the year.